Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. Today we're going to be reviewing the Radiant White Spirit Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. Special deck. This is a deck that I'm super happy to have in my collection. This is a classic. This is a Rider Smith Waite deck. And once again, this is from Lo Scarabeo. If you're starting with tarot, this is a really great deck to have. If you're already familiar with tarot, it's also a really great deck to have. It's a no-brainer. The images are your typical Rider Smith Waite tarot images. They are a bit different because of the coloring, because of the printing. They're not. We'll get into the cards when I open them and finally start showing them to you. But it's a really great special deck. I use it all the time. I reach for it all the time. This is one of those decks that I really enjoy using for divination and that I really enjoy using with my readings. So let's get into it, you guys. Back of the box, front of the box, or front of the box and back of the box, however you like to see it. And by Lo Scarabeo, as I said, this is one of those really sturdy boxes. By the way, you guys, I have a lot of Lo Scarabeo decks, and for some reason, this is the first one that I review. So on the channel, you will not find any other Lo Scarabeo decks aside from this one until now, but we're going to start reviewing them slowly. I have a lot of them, so it'll take a little while to get to all of them, and some of them I just love, some of them I'll tell you what I think about them, you know, but let's get back to this one. This is a really one of those from Lo Scarabeo that I think they did a wonderful job with. The coloring, the box is really nice. This is one of those sturdy boxes. Lo Scarabeo has, this is one of their collections. I forget what this is. I forget what they call this collections, but whenever they do this particular collection, then they use this presentation, which I really like. It's my favorite box from Lo Scarabeo. It's very sturdy. It's very convenient. It closes and opens like this. That's what the inside of this box looks like, and then of course the cards come out like this. It comes with a booklet, and the box, once again, super sturdy, goes perfect on the shelf. It's one of those boxes. I really enjoy this box. They get an A+ from me on presentation in this particular box. Let's get into the deck and the book. Of course, the book is one of those typical Lo Scarabeo books or booklets. This one's in particular, when it comes to this presentation, they put out a thicker, bigger book. This deck costs, they have different prices when it comes to their decks. This one is on the higher side. This particular presentation is on the higher side, or one of their most expensive decks, and so they give you this booklet. This booklet has that rose petal feeling to it, to the cover on the back, on the front of the book. It's your typical Lo Scarabeo. If you're familiar with Lo Scarabeo, you'll know that they'll make their books in different languages. This particular one comes in English, Italian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese, and it's pretty standard. It gives you an introduction to the Radiant Waite. It gives you here an explanation on how to read tarot. Then it has a little bit on the questions, reversals, the card meanings, and tarot structure, which has to do with cups, wands, swords, pentacles, aces, twos, the threes. It goes into all of that. It gives you some spreads. And then it goes into the major arcana and their meanings. And then after that, you'll go to the minor arcana. And when that is said and done, then you'll get to the other languages here. Of course, English is the longest part of the book. It's what they put most effort into. And then the other languages, they give you the kind of the same information, but it's condensed. And so here it gives you the meanings of the cards. This is the Italian part of the book. This is the meanings of the cards, when you turn it upside down, the structure of the tarot, and then you go right into the meanings of the cards, and that you get for every other language. So that's the book in a nutshell, you guys. It's a nice book, really. Let's get into the cards. The cards are not gilded, as you can see. They are on the thicker side, but we'll get into that in a minute. The back of the card is that lily back, and they are reversible. So if you read in the reverse, this is really a good deck for you to have. The size is regular size. So there's just regular size. It's no thicker, it's not thinner, any of that. It's the regular size. And the cardstock, you guys, is really, really good. I love this cardstock, by the way. It's shiny. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I really don't prefer shiny. But with this particular deck, I really don't mind the fact that it's shiny because the cardstock is so good, or good for me, for my preference. I really enjoy a thicker cardstock. It doesn't matter that it is shiny. Usually, like I said, I don't prefer shiny, but for this particular deck, it works really well. And of course, we'll get into some of the images. We'll do a fan situation. We'll get into some of the images together to see about the colors and all of that. But shuffling this deck is really nice. It's if you have smaller hands like I have, then it may be a little bit of a challenge because of the fact that it is a thicker quality or cardstock. It's just thicker, so you're gonna have to try to shuffle a little bit careful, otherwise they'll go all over the place. But I, as you can see, don't really have a problem with it. Of course, if they were thinner, then it would be easier to handle, but still, nonetheless, I can shuffle. I don't have a problem. I shuffle this way. I don't ruffle shuffle because I like to keep my cards pretty much in shape, and so I shuffle this way, and I still manage to do it. It's not a problem. And so I like the thickness of the paper. I like the fact that they slide really well, and so I don't have a problem with that. You see, two of them just fell out. So if you like cards that just fly out, this one will be a good deck for you. If we do a fan situation, oh my gosh, it spreads so nice, you guys. And so fan situation is perfect. Let's pick some cards here and look at them together and see what I mean. What I really find with this deck, you guys, here you have the Two of Pentacles. What I really find about this deck is that it's soft. Even though it'll give you your answer straight out, this is one of those decks that just doesn't slap you with the answer. I don't know, it's something about the colors, it's something about the images. Even though they are your typical Rider-Waite image, they just are done in a, I don't know if I could say childlike. It's not really, but they're just softer images. The colors are not so on your face, and they're not so bright, and it just all flows really well. And although this is not a very chatty deck, and it gives you your answers right away when you ask a question and you flip one of these cards, and it just gives you your answer right away. But I don't know if it has to do with the colors, or if it has to do just with the style of the drawing. They don't really slap you with an answer. They give you an answer. And so it's one of those decks that it's very straightforward, but then at the same time, it just has charisma. Well, this is the card that Lo Scarabeo always includes in their decks, and it's just an advertisement card. Funny that I picked that one. This is the Six of Swords. And so you see, it gives you a softer image. The images are soft. And so although it gives you right away your answer, you know what the Six of Swords is, it just doesn't really slap you with the answer. It just gives it to you in a more gentle way, sort of saying. What are we here? We have the Five of Wands, which is a card that brings conflict, right? But look, it doesn't look so dramatic like other Five of Wands would look, but still gives you the message. It still tells you what the Five of Wands is all about, but it's not so dry, if I can get my point across. Let's pick another one. What do we have here? We have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups You see the image is very clear. It could be clearer, actually. It has nothing to do with the printing. The printing is really good with these cards. It has to do with the way that they use the colors and the way that they redid the drawings, because these drawings are redone. And just gives you that softer image. One more. And then I think, what do we have? We have the King of Pentacles. Once again, colors. It's kind of, here's kind of like on the darker side, but you can still see all of the details, and it just gives you that softer answer that you're looking for. So, of course, we're going to do a flip through all of the cards so you can see what this deck really looks like. And without further ado, you guys, I'm going to set the cards here. I'm going to play a little bit of music for you. And as I always say, sit back and enjoy the ride. So everybody, that was the flip through for the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave your comments. I love to know what you're thinking. I love to have your feedback. And as I always say, until the next time.